Hi guys, welcome to the fascinating world of business analysis. And in today's video, we will discuss about testing as a process and what exactly is your role as a business analyst in testing. So before we dive in, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to receive many more videos like this. Hi, I'm Sajana Binil. I'm the founder of Business Analysis Hub. And in today's video, we are discussing about testing, different types of testings, and how as a business analyst, you can contribute towards testing. Now, testing is a verification process that is used by testers to verify whether the application or software that's built by the development team matches the requirements given by the client. Okay. Now, if the testers detect a deviation from the original requirement, they report a defect in the system. Now, whether a business analyst should be involved in testing or not, it varies from project to project. I personally feel as a business analyst, you should definitely be involved in functional testing, if not testing the entire application. Testing a few critical functional components of the application will help you ensure that the software that is being delivered to the client matches exactly the expectations of the client. Okay. So even though you have a testing team who will do the functional testing, regression testing, performance testing, as a business analyst, definitely check a few critical components, few critical functionalities in the application before you pass it on for UAT to the business users. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the different types of testing that you find in a project. Number one, functional testing. This is often also called as the black box testing. Now, in functional testing, a tester verifies the input, output, and the system's behavior. So, based on a specific input given to the system, how the system behaves, what are the business rules, the validations included in the screen, whether they are working fine, also integration with other applications are tested. All of this forms a part of functional testing. Okay. So like I said, as a business analyst, definitely participate in functional testing. You don't need to retest all the modules that your testing team has tested, but pick up a few critical functional modules, few critical business rules in the application and test it yourself before you hand it over to business users for UAT testing. This will ensure that critical components are not breaking in the system and your testing team has done a good job at testing those components. Okay, this helps you prevent escalations in the project. So definitely put in an extra effort into functional testing. Do not retest all the modules, but a few critical modules can be tested by the business analyst. Second type of testing is regression testing. Now, regression testing is done by testers to ensure that the changes made to a particular feature has not impacted the existing modules. Okay, so we do a regression to ensure that everything is working well. Okay, you will see customers often make changes to the original requirement, and changes are quite frequent in projects. But sometimes when these changes are rolled out, it impacts the existing modules as well. To ensure that the existing modules are working synchronously in a proper way and it's not breaking, it is important to do a regression. Okay. So this can be done by your testing team. Business analyst doesn't need to participate in regression testing. But as a business analyst, you can help your testing team identify a couple of crucial test cases that should be a part of the regression pack. Okay. So you will see if you ask the testing team to execute all the test cases, they will never do that because it's a huge test pack and it is difficult for them to rerun all the test cases in the pack for every change the customer asks for. So it is important for the testing team to know which test cases are crucial and has to be rerun as regression test cases every time a change is rolled out to the customer. So as a business analyst, definitely help them identify those test cases. You do not need to participate in regression testing, but help them complete their regression testing in a proper way. Third category of testing is performance testing. Here we verify how the system behaves in response to high traffic or heavy load. Performance statistics is taken from the customer. So when a BA collates non-functional requirement, as a BA, you need to ask the customer what is the expected performance for each and every module in the application. Understanding your client's performance expectations upfront helps you communicate with the tech team in a better way and ensure that there are no performance hiccups. Okay, different test cases can be created to check the performance of the application with respect to the number of concurrent users accessing the application at the same time, the traffic, the total number of traffic coming onto the website, and the load time statistics. So if your customer already has a website up and running, you can take the backend data, you can check the analytics for the website and see what is the peak time usage and how much is the traffic coming to the website on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, and accordingly you can structure out your performance testing. Now lastly, we have the user acceptance testing. User acceptance testing is a phase where the business users start testing the application, which means internal testing team has completed verification of the application and the code passes from the SIT server to the UAT server. UAT server is where your business users will access the application and try out various test scenarios to ensure that the application meets their expectations. So as a business analyst, you have a crucial role to play during UAT, because it's the business users and the product owners who are testing the application. You need to continuously coordinate with them, communicate with them, and ensure that the testing is completed on a timely basis. There are no hiccups, there are no defects, no major showstopper defects found in UAT. So what I used to do in my projects is 1 week before the start of UAT, I used to schedule a UAT demo for the customer, where I walk them through the various functionalities that has to be tested. I give them a test pack and tell them that these are the test cases that you need to run, and indicate a pass against every scenario that meets your expectations, and indicate a fail against every scenario that does not meet your expectations. So that's what I used to do. Educate them as to how the testing will go ahead. I also used to share a UAT test plan with them, which used to contain links to the UAT server, their login credentials, the date when they will start testing, the date they need to end testing, how they need to communicate their test results back to me. Everything was laid out in that UAT test plan. So a BA has a very, very crucial role to play in a UAT. Okay. And as a BA, it is your responsibility to get the UAT on a timely closure. Yes, work jointly with your business users and ensure that they are utilizing the UAT phase appropriately. They are constantly testing and communicating if they are finding any defects. So throughout the UAT phase, coordinate with the business users and ensure that they are not stuck anywhere. They are constantly testing the application and reporting back any defects that they find during the process. Okay. Now during UAT, you will see some business users start reporting changes as defect. Okay, so they don't know what is the difference between a defect and a change, and when they see a particular functionality should be behaving in a particular way. So in most of the projects, business users do not directly give us the requirements. It comes via the product owners. So many a times you'll also find the UAT users are not aware of what were the original requirements given by the product owner. This might result in a conflict, and they might report certain changes, new requirements as defects in the system. So as a business analyst, open all of those defects that's reported in Jira, analyze those defects, and wherever you feel that it is not a defect, it's a change that's asked by the user, mark it as a change so that you can discuss it separately with the product owner. Okay, so you'll find several locations UAT users do that because they are not aware of what exactly were the requirements given by the PO, and they report certain changes that they want on the screen as defects. Okay, so ensure that your UAT does not have any showstopper defects. Okay, if it has too many showstopper defects, it's a clear indication that your testing team has not done a good job in completing their ASIT testing. That's an indication. So you need to brief your internal testing team how scenarios have to be validated. Go back and check with them. Probably there might be a knowledge gap, understanding gap, or some miscommunication between you and the testing team due to which certain scenarios have been missed out, and maybe they are not aware of those scenarios. So please go and check with your testing team if you are getting too many defects in the UAT phase. As a BA, you should ensure that there are minimum defects reported during UAT. That is the proof of a good application development. That is an indication of a good quality work delivered to your customer. So that's all in this video. We discussed all different types of testing and how as BAs you can contribute towards the testing process. So our role as a business analyst, guys, involves a lot of coordination and collaboration between the tech team as well as the testing team. So ensure that you do that collaboration effectively and ensure that these different types of testings are conducted in your project and closed on a timely basis. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, drop us a like and hit the subscribe button.